A criminal just called you and hung up. You think nothing of it. 3 days later, your mum gets a call from you asking for $5,000. She sends it because it sounds exactly like you. It's your voice, it's your tone, even that thing you say when you're stressed. That's called voice cloning, and it's happening right now. Today, I'm showing you 4 ways to turn your people from your biggest vulnerability into your strongest defense. Hi, I'm Bora from Dumb Ways to Get Hacked. October Cybersecurity Awareness Month just wrapped up, and we're probably thinking, okay, what now? Here's what we're going to cover today. Stop voice cloning attacks, a 10-minute cyber awareness meeting that actually works, beating authentication fatigue, and why your people are stronger than any firewall money can buy. Here's the thing. Everything we cover today protects you at work and at home, because criminals don't care whether you're in a business or you're with your family. So let's go. Right, how to stop voice cloning before it starts. You receive a call from a criminal. You answer the phone, but there's nothing. You say hello, and then they hang up. And this might happen a few times. What the criminals are doing is collecting your voice signature. So when you answer, they hang up. Seems harmless, right? But it's not. With AI voice cloning, that's all they need to impersonate you perfectly. Here's an example of what could happen in this scenario. You might be a business owner, or you work for a business, and you get a call from an unknown number. You answer the phone and you say, hello, and that caller hangs up. Again, you think nothing of it. 2 weeks later, your accountant receives a phone call from you, and it's authorizing a payment of $15,000. Now, you never sent that email or you never made that phone call, and so the accountant goes ahead and pays, or may call you to double check. So what actions can we take? Never speak first when answering unknown calls. Wait 5 to 10 seconds, let them identify themselves. Why does this work? Anyone who's legitimate that's calling you is always going to introduce themselves. Scammers need you to speak to collect your voice. So just pause, don't say anything. It's awkward, but if you hear nothing, hang up. Okay, so what can we do today to set a new habit? If you receive a call from an unknown caller, don't say anything. It feels awkward, but it works. How does this impact your business? It protects your company from voice-based authorization fraud. How does this protect you personally? It protects your family from scammers impersonating you or your child or your parent. Same threat, same defense, it works everywhere. Now, that's your personal defense, but how do you scale this across your entire team? You might be thinking, Bora, my team won't remember all these rules. That's probably exactly right, which is why the next point is about making security simple and it becomes automatic. The 10-minute cyber awareness meeting. Why does this matter? We had Aurkerk on as our special guest. Michael said it perfectly. You don't blame people for stuff that you didn't teach them. Yet, most businesses do one boring compliance training a year, then they wonder why people click phishing links. Here's what works. Once a month in your regular staff meeting, spend 10 minutes on cybersecurity. Don't make this a lecture, it's a conversation. You can watch a video together and you can talk about the main points. You can discuss a close call your team had or yourself, or share one of those you won't believe how they got hacked stories. Make it interesting, not scary. Now, like any business, this has to come from the top. If you're the business owner or the CEO and you're sitting there on your phone while this conversation is happening, well, your staff, they're pretty much going to think, well, if that's how the boss takes it, then we won't take this seriously either, right? It's like a CEO not wearing safety gear on a construction site. Suddenly, people think it doesn't matter. Add a 10-minute conversation at the start of one of your weekly meetings every month. Why does this work? It keeps cyber front of mind without being preachy. Regular exposure builds instinct. What can we do today? Set up a 10-minute staff meeting once a month and talk cybersecurity. You can always reach out to Dumb Ways to Get Hacked and we can help you with this. What's the impact of your business? Your team becomes more alert to threats at work. Personally, they take these same instincts home, protecting their families, elderly parents, their kids online. Security awareness doesn't clock out at 5 p.m. Now you've got the monthly meeting awareness training, but what about those daily moments when your team makes a split-second decision? Now, here's where it gets really scary. I mean, genuinely creepy, because even trained teams make mistakes when they're half asleep. It's 7 a.m., you're barely awake, your phone's buzzing, and there's a whole bunch of multi-factor authentication requests. You unlock your phone and unwillingly approve the request. You've just handed an attacker access to your system. This is authentication fatigue, and it's a massive problem. Here's a real-life example. A finance manager approves a multi-factor request at 7 a.m. without thinking. She wasn't trying to log in. An attacker had stolen her password and was attempting to access from another country. That one sleepy tap gave them 30 minutes inside the company's finance systems before the IT support team were able to get onto it. Building the pause habit. The solution isn't fewer security measures, it's training your team to pause and think, especially when tired or stressed. Before approving any multi-factor authentication request, ask, did I just try to log into something? Am I expecting this request? If the answer is no, don't approve it. It's that simple. So what are the actions that we can take? Train your team. If you get an MFA request you weren't expecting, deny it and report it immediately. Why it works? Attackers rely on fatigue and automation. Conscious awareness breaks the attack chain. Send your team this one-line rule via email, text, or message. The impact on your business stops attackers from accessing your company's system with stolen credentials. The personal impact, it works for your personal banking apps, your social media, your email, anywhere you use multi-factor authentication. That 5 a.m. request could be someone trying to drain your savings, not just your company data. So, we've got voice cloning defense, monthly training, and authentication awareness covered. Here's the big picture that ties it all together. Now, here's what the security industry doesn't want you to know. They sell you expensive technology and tell you people are your weakest links. But Abbas Kudrati told me something that completely flips that script. The mindset shift. Humans are the weakest link, but as a matter of fact, the human factor is the strongest link as well. That's exactly what we need to flip in our thinking. Your team isn't just vulnerable, they're your first best line of defense. How do you make it stick? Security doesn't just need to be complicated. When someone receives a suspicious email, you want their first instinct to be, this doesn't feel right, followed by, let me check with someone before I click anything. That's your human firewall. Don't make security a once-a-year tick box exercise. Share real examples. Discuss close calls with your team. Keep it conversational. It doesn't need to be in a scary way. It needs to be in a we're in it together way. And remember, when your staff spot an email at work, they'll spot the same scam targeting their parents at home. What's the action here? Stop calling your people the weakest link. Start calling them your human firewall. Why does it work? Language shapes mindsets. Empowerment beats blame every single time. What can you do today? In your next team communication, use the phrase human firewall instead of security risk. How does this impact your business? Empowered staff actively defend the company. Personal impact, your team becomes a security expert. Their family turns to the person who stops grandma from clicking on the fake tax email and warns the kids about online scams. Okay, so let's wrap it up, guys. Defend against voice cloning by never speaking first on unknown calls. Run 10-minute security conversationals monthly meetings with your team about cybersecurity awareness training. Train your team to deny unexpected multi-factor authentication requests. And flip the script. Your people aren't the problem, they are your solution. And here's a bonus. Every single thing we covered today protects you at home, not just at work, and everywhere in between. Your business security training is actually a family protection training in disguise.